Hello everybody. Now we are going to cover a very important topic, which is basically taught in the pathology. When you are in Ukraine, then you will study this in your pathanatomy, or simply you can say it as a pathomorphology topic. Okay, so let's begin. How our routine is going to be followed while studying this because it's very important topic from the exam point of view. So I would like to cover it thoroughly and give you that knowledge which is supposed to be important when you are going through the examination or exam questions, multiple choice questions. Okay, so here my efforts will be to cover Kaplan, Robbins, and also the Indian teachers like from the Marrow, so that I can give the what they says and how you can use it while going through the questions. So let's begin. Here the first one it says the amyloid is structural. When we talk about the structure of amyloid, what Kaplan says. Kaplan says that individual molecular amyloids are the individual molecular subunits of beta pleated sheet amorphous eosinophilic extracellular deposit of amyloid and are seen on the hematoxylin and eosin stain. This deposit is stained red with the Congo red stain, and apple green birefringence of the amyloid is seen on the Congo red stain under the polarized light. The fibrillary protein of the amyloid varies with each other, and also present in the amyloid are serum amyloid SAP and glycosaminoglycan heparan sulfate. This is all given in Kaplan. Okay, so when you will study the Kaplan, that moment you will realize it as a definition in pathology. Now just I'm going to highlight those things which is important, which you should keep in mind, because in next every time you will see that this information is going to be repeated, but how you have to get them. Okay, it is Kaplan actually. Okay, so here the important thing is that it is an individual molecular subunit form beta pleated sheet. From where it form? It from protein structure. Okay, I will tell you. I will just decode it. That amorphous eosinophilic extracellular deposit of amyloid are seen on the H&E stain. These deposits stain with the Congo red stain. Apple red with the Congo red stain and apple green birefringence of amyloids when Congo red under the polarized light. Fibrillary protein of the amyloid varies with each other and also present in amyloid serum. These things, if you ignore, then that is also going to be okay. So now, what is the beta pleated sheet? The question is beta pleated sheet. So those who know, it is going to be very good for you to understand it. For those who don't know, actually beta pleated sheets. First, let me remove this dot. Yeah. So what is beta pleated sheet? So see guys, we have the protein actually. When we go through the Robbins, or when you will the next definition, like when you go through the Marrow or some other literature, so it is clearly mentioned, okay, that amyloid have the proteinaceous content. Okay, nature. What is the nature of amyloid? It is protein nature, protein in nature. So now it about the subunit of beta pleated sheet. So whenever you see this term, where it used in the whole, in the biochemistry, firstly we use it like RNA is responsible, and when it goes to the translation, then it forms the protein like amino acid. Okay, so this is the basic term which we study in the in biochemistry. But when you go to the detail, in detail section, what happened that it formed the amino acid from the polypeptide bond, and they first form the primary structure. Then further their polypeptide chain, they form the 2D structure folded, that is secondary structure. And then they go for tertiary, where the alpha helix and beta pleated sheets are available, and then it goes for the quaternary structure. So this is a simple way of protein formation in a normal physiology. So this is going to be used. Actually, this was the question in the 2021 crop. That's why I explained this. So here beta pleated sheet and alpha and beta pleated sheet are basically formed in the tertiary or 3D state, right? So just keep it in crop point of view. Okay. So the next one, now how you can use it, only this definition while going through the question, that it simply says that it is a, whenever you see the Congo rate, okay, whenever in the question you see the Congo rate, just close your eyes and go for the amyloid. It is going to be the correct answer. Okay. Now if you see the apple green berry pharynges, it is also going to be the amyloid. Every time whenever you see these words, these are the key words, and these will be the answer. Okay. Now when we go for the definition point of view, how you are going to understand this thing, so simply it says that amyloidosis. What is amyloidosis? It is a simply formation of the amyloid. Okay. And now amyloidosis is a group of disease, okay, characterized by deposition of extracellular protein that has specific properties. So what are those properties? They are always pathologic. Okay. So they will be formed only in presence of disease. Okay. And the second one, it is in the nature, it is proteinaceous nature, protein in nature, misfolded protein, as you can see the Kaplan definition also. And it will be amorphous in the appearance, and it will be always present extracellular. Okay. Deposit only outside of cell. So simply if it is a cell, so in a histological appearance it is going to be always deposit outside of cell, right? So you do, whenever you have to differentiate it in the slide or somehow in the question, if it is outside deposition, so you have to go for the amyloidosis. When it is inside, it may be in the form of inside of vacuole, maybe water, cytoplasmic content. So it is not a cytoplasmic content, it is extracellular content. Okay. And how it is going to be in color? In color it is supposed to be pink color, which is highly in HNE10, I think you guys all know, then it is will be then pink color. So this is a very beautiful diagram which is given by the osmosis. It is simply amyloid formation. So here what happened, that there is thousands of protein in every movement it formed, that is the result. So here like it is a DNA, it is DNA, and there is DNA to formation of RNA take place. So the process is, what is the process? The process is known as transcription. DNA to DNA, that is replication, and further from DNA to RNA, that is transcription. From RNA to protein, that is translation. Okay. It is also important in the crop point of view, so you have to keep it also in mind. So the next one is here in the process of amyloid. It is simply you can just mark them as it is a DNA, and like from DNA to RNA, and from RNA it is going to be amino acid it is going to be, like from DNA it is going to be RNA, and from RNA it is supposed to be goes to the protein structure. It is misfolded protein, like you can see here beta pleated sheet. Okay. So it is like alpha, like you can see that this is tertiary structure, this is secondary, and this one is primary. Okay. So here normal protein enormous amount, a small fraction fold incorrectly. Okay. So here abnormal. So in the result what you can see, there is fold. Okay. Fold of particular shape, and it is incorrect when it is incorrect, destroyed by the protease enzyme, and that is formed here amyloidosis, right? So just don't be confused with all these things, just remember this while going through the question, it is going to help you. The next one is that what is the physical nature of the amyloidosis? Very important, that what is the physical nature of the amyloidosis. When you study the physical nature, there are two methods by which we identify the physical nature. The first one is electron microscopy, and the second one is your X-ray crystallography, that is infrared spectroscopy. In when we go through the electron microscopy, in that moment It is continuous non-branching fibrils. Actually, it is outdated, so no question you will found with this term. And the important one is in X-ray crystallography. Okay, in X-ray crystallography, it appears cross beta pleated sheet, or you can say it is apple birefringence. More technical point of view, you can look at this diagram here. It is apple birefringence structure. It is given here, right? So these are the amyloids. Okay. Now, in the chemical nature, how amyloids are formed. This is a physical nature. Now the another one is chemical nature. When we talk about the chemical nature is simply composition. Okay, composition of that particular structure. In the amyloid movement, that is 95% of protein and 5% of P protein. Okay, so 95% of amyloid protein and 5% of P protein, and with these combination you will give the name. Okay, next in the classification I will tell you. So here first you should see that how, at least how that amyloid structure are formed. So before going to the next one, I would like to just conclude it in the small way, like in normal physiology what you study in normal way, that in DNA it is the nucleus, DNA to form RNA, RNA to form amino acids and protein. Protein have for the first one primary structure, secondary structure, tertiary structure, and quaternary. Simply, okay, it is a normal physiology. But and now the if you talk about the place in the nucleus, in the nucleus, in the cytoplasm, and it goes out. Okay, so when we talk about it is about inside or a single cell, so it is simply a cellular structure. How, by this we can imagine, right? And this one, how you can see, this may be inside of nucleus. Okay, let us assume that it is a nucleus. Okay, and this is also nuclear material. Okay, here transcription take place, and later on their translation process initiate in the cytoplasm, and it goes outside of cell. When outside of cell, there is deposition of the particular like structure, that extracellular pathogenic. Now this one is normal. Okay, in extracellular content, it normal, in normal state it goes for the further function. It may be in the form of organ, tissue, or anything. But in case of amyloid, what happened? Actually it is normal. Is when it is abnormal, means it is a pathogenic condition. In pathogenic condition, what happened? There may be disturbance. I will tell you that pathogenesis condition, it is here. But in the in conclusion way, how you can understand that it is extracellular accumulation of proteinaceous formation, simply. So here there this quaternary tertiary structure, because quaternary is supposed to be the larger molecule, so small molecules will be deposit just outside of cell. Okay, then they will combine and they give the result of the, when in the stain we will identify this, that yeah, there is a problem, and that's why we will say it is a amyloid. It is simply a cell structure, right? And it is when we talk about the extracellular accumulation, so here it is amyloid, right? Now the next one, it is a, what is the how, means how they are formed, pathogenesis of the amyloidosis. What happened that the first one, it may be production of abnormal amount of protein, and another one, that is a production of normal amount of mutant. Okay, mutant protein, that like a transthyretin. So in this case, the whole amount of protein is going to be changed. It is going to be abnormal, but it is abnormal and it is mutant. Okay, abnormal and mutant, both form can be there. And when it is abnormal, simply we are talking about the pathogenicity which we can see. Okay, so what happened, that abnormal amount of protein will be formed in two cases. It may be carcinogens, it is also like we can say the cancer causing. Okay, and another one, it may be chronic inflammation. and mutation is simply mutant type is because of mutation. So here the stimulus of the unknown like carcinogens will be there. Monoclonal B lymphocytes proliferation, this I will cover in the microbiology. And further it goes to the immunoglobulin light chain. Actually it is simply it is like Ig bodies. We will study in the immunology. And further it form the Al protein, where L stand for the light chain. Okay, that is the insoluble fibrils. Fibrils mean the protein is just product. And here the chronic inflammations means prolonged inflammation. It is supposed to be macrophage activation. And interleukins first and sixth, it is also covered in the immunology. And in that moment, basically in the liver cell. Here we talk about the plasma cell. Here is a liver cell. What are the liver cells? That are the hepatocytes. And they results the SAA protein. And in the limited proteolysis, they form the AA protein, where 95% of amyloid protein, and A stand for the there is specific protein, their name. Okay, and in mutation case there is mutant transthyretin. Okay, so this transthyretin is formed, and it further goes to the ATTR protein. I will cover it later in the classification of amyloidosis. So let us make it clear that before going to the next one, next section of amyloidosis, what are the important points from where you can solve the questions. The very first, which is here, what is amyloid? And it is simply, it is extracellular, pink color, amorphous protein, only present in disease. Okay, next, how you can solve the question: whenever you see Congo red color. Okay, whenever you see the apple green birefringence, that is going to be the answer. Okay, and next point, what you can see, how you can solve that RNA to DNA, RNA to protein formation, that is transcription. And protein formation, 4 stage: primary stage, okay, primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary. In tertiary stage, there is a 3D alpha and beta pleated sheet which is given. So whenever you see the beta pleated sheet and their appearance, it is going to be the answer, amyloidosis. In the definition point of view, I explained you cross beta pleated sheet, X-ray crystallography, and also in the physical appearance you can see there is one thing, I think if it is mentioned or not in Kaplan. Okay, yeah, it is mentioned. Whenever you see that there is a polarized light, it should not be non-polarized. Polarized light is going to be answered. I will cover the questions also. So this is the only amyloid structure and pathogenesis. Later we are going to cover the classification of amyloid. Hope this one is going to be useful for you, because all sky blue color content is going to be is already, it has been asked in the croc questions. And the here, which I told you earlier, that I covered this one from the Kaplan, okay, and this one from the Robbins, and this one from the osmosis, okay, and this one from the Robbins also, okay, and simple explanation copied by conclusion of all of these. So for a better understanding, I'm just going to write down here. It is as I have given here, right? Kaplan, and it is from the Robbins, and it is from the osmosis. Okay, so and all sky blue color is croc important points. Okay, so I can just give here the marker so that those who are going to receive the notes, it will be better to understand for you. This color is croc important, crop 1 important. Okay, so just this was the just intro part, and let's meet in the next section, where I will discuss with you classification of the amyloidosis, and then later the clinical correlation of the amyloidosis. Thank you.